Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you for your Puffco Proxy Diamond Dab of the Day. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me. As always, when you enjoy today's video, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, send a like, and I reply to all those comments. Let's get started on today's topic. Well, let's talk about cannabis and THC for sleep. I've had tremendous amount of people ask me about using cannabis for sleep. So it's important now to take some time and share some information that's going to be helpful when understanding how cannabis can affect sleep and sleep-related issues. In fact, is cannabis something to consider for a sleep problem? Let's talk. Well, cannabis does help insomnia and other sleep problems. The plant has been used for centuries as a sleep aid. And contemporary science research has measured even the experience that people have falling asleep. Is it easier? Does it shorten the time that it takes for you to fall asleep? People have tremendous insomnia problems, difficult falling asleep for life. Guess what? You get an average of 30 minutes less time falling asleep when you have cannabis in your system. That's right. So, research that has been done aligns and shows that cannabis helps you go to sleep and helps you stay asleep, helps you get into good REM sleep. And the THC component of cannabis really activates your brain, so you get good dreams. Cannabis contains many different natural chemicals that affect sleep. There are two main components that we're going to talk about: cannabinoids and terpenes. Cannabinoids have been identified up to 100 different in a cannabis plant. Many are studied for the benefits of health and sleep, including psychological conditions like depression and anxiety, neurodegenerative diseases even, seizures, cancer, and chronic pain. So 3 of the best known cannabinoids to have effects on sleep are CBD, which is the non-mind altering product of marijuana. And the benefits of CBD are wide. They're non-psychoactive, but it's gained a tremendous amount of attention in the medical world for its ability to reduce anxiety, relieve pain, and frankly help mental focus and clarity. CBD also has the ability to reduce daytime sleepiness and promote alertness, believe it or not. It actually reduces anxiety without affecting the sleep-wake cycle. Now there's CBN, called cannabinol, and that's less well known than CBD. This one appears to have a very powerful sedative effect. So when it's combined with the THC, CBN also has pain-relieving, anti-inflammatory properties. Stimulates the appetite. So one of the things that's important here is to understand that these different things, CBD and CBN, help with pain and sleep. As far as THC is concerned, tetrahydrocannabinol, that is the main psychoactive cannabinoid in cannabis. THC is what gives you the high that's affiliated with cannabis use. But THC can also provide pain relief. Wonderful when reducing nausea. Has sedative effects and can make it easier for us to get asleep. Also can help our breathing while we are asleep. In fact, THC is a potential therapy in the treatment of obstructive sleep apnea. Who would have known? So what happens here is that studies are being done at different stages of sleep when THC has been found to reduce the time spent going to sleep. So what happens is strong THC can reduce dreams. That's right. So if someone has PTSD, for example, involving frequent disturbing dreams, guess what? They will experience fewer of those when they use cannabis regularly. And believe it or not, when they stop using cannabis, it's common for them to re-experience a burst of PTSD dreams. It's called a REM rebound if REM has been suppressed. So changes in the sleep cycle are one factor to consider when evaluating whether and how long to use cannabis, because all sleep cycles are important for healthy rest and functioning. So alterations to our nightly sleep architecture, especially over the long term, might deprive us of full restorative effects that a night of sleep is designed to provide. Let's talk about terpenes. Cannabinoids have gotten a lot of attention for the potential benefits of sleep, mood, and pain, as well as a lot of other health issues. But terpenes also play a significant role in the effects of cannabis, including its effect on sleep. Scientists are still learning, but terpenes are tiny aromatic molecules in cannabis that create its smell and taste. They aren't only found in cannabis, they're in many natural plants, fruits, and flowers. In fact, there are 150 different terpenes out there. Now, what happens is combinations of terpenes in different strains of cannabis create distinctive tastes and smells. They also contribute to different strains having different effects when we consume them. These terpenes affect energy, mood, sleeplessness, sleepiness, and alertness. And some of the more common terpenes that we want to understand are myrcene, commonly occurring in cannabis. It's a terpene that's found in a lot of fruits and herbs, including mangoes, basil, thyme, and lemongrass. It's a sleep-promoting plant, and myrcene has been shown to have sedative effects and be anti-inflammatory. Carotene, it's a stress, anxiety, and pain-relieving terpene that also reduces your ability or promotes sleep and relaxes you and has analgesic properties. A little bit of a peppery scent to it. It's found in cloves and black pepper also. Limonene is a citrus-based terpene, which is found in citrus peels, as well as in cannabis and other plants, reducing anxiety, reducing stress. Limonene can also be considered an antidepressant, and people who have OCD behaviors have used it and found calming, mood lifting coming from limonene's ability to elevate serotonin in our brain. It's a sleep promoter. It's a life giver. Terpeneol. This terpene has relaxing, pain-relieving, and sedative effects. In addition to being found in pot, terpeneol is also found in lilac, pine, and eucalyptus. Linalool, the lavender-scented terpene, is found in hundreds of plants, including cannabis. Again, the benefits of sleep, lowering anxiety, lowering depression, and even increasing your ability to fight against stress. Particularly important for sleep, linalool increases adenosine, a sedating hormone that we produce internally that helps us fall asleep. You see, different types of cannabis have different types and different amounts of cannabinoids and terpenes. I think if you find a good bud tender, or if you're in a medical marijuana state and your doctor is knowledgeable, you want to talk to them to find out if marijuana can be included in your medical routine as a supplement. I am not giving medical advice, but it can be a conversation starter with your physician at your next appointment. For people considering using cannabis, it can definitely be confusing and intimidating. For people that use it lightly, that are watching me right now that do use marijuana, guess what? It still can be difficult to figure out because there's so many different strains available. How do you know which one to choose? You gotta work with a reliable, knowledgeable bud tender or doctor. And you gotta remember basics. The most common cannabis strains are indica and sativa. There are also hybrid strains that have both. But what you want to do is understand that indica is generally considered to be the more relaxing and sleep-promoting strain, while sativa is generally regarded as a more energizing and invigorating strain. However, some scientists who study cannabis say that the generalizations of indica and sativa are not accurate anymore or useful. More importantly, these scientists say in the composition of cannabinoids and terpenes, when considering using cannabis for sleep or other health conditions, these scientific experts say we're better served by using an understanding of the effects of cannabinoids and terpenes to choose the particular strain that's most suited to our needs. When it comes to sleep, generally that means identifying a strain that contains relaxation terpenes and a balance of CBD, and actually a not too high level of THC. In addition to increasing the euphoria and mind-altering effects, higher concentrations of THC may make you feel sluggish the next day. Remember, don't be shy about asking lots of questions with your physician or lots of questions with your dispensary bartender. You got to learn the potential side effects of cannabis. You got to understand how it's helpful, but also understand about next day grogginess, munchies, and dry mouth. This has been the Real Senior Stoner, and we have been talking about cannabis for sleep. Wow, there's a lot of meat on that bone, isn't there? Think about it. There's just so much out there, not to talk about so much, but so much out there for us all to do. There's so much, let's call it opportunity out there with cannabis for things that bother us. This has been the Real Senior Stoner. And now we're going to take another series of fine dab hits on our brand new, 1 day old Puffco Proxy. I truly hope you enjoyed today's video. I enjoyed sharing it with you. If you did, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, tell your friends to subscribe, send a like, and I truly will respond to all comments. Here comes the dab train. Thank you for joining me. The Puffco Proxy. It's like sipping fine wine. Quite amazing, actually. That this little thing, this little light thing actually, packs such a punch. Packs a really nice punch. Well, thanks for joining me for this dab session. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Cheers. This has been the Real Senior Stoner and the Puffco Proxy.